In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on August 20th, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New Orleans Saints versus Los Angeles Chargers. The New Orleans Saints travel to the West Coast to take on the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday night. The Saints will be led by new quarterback Derek Carr in 2023, while the Chargers hope to once again return to the playoffs this season and unseat the Chiefs in the American Football Conference West Division. The New Orleans Saints dipped into the free agent waters at quarterback this offseason and hope they have made a splash similar to the one they made back in 2006 when they signed Drew Brees. The Saints added veteran quarterback Derek Carr, who was released by the Las Vegas Raiders this offseason. The former All-Pro may indeed be the best quarterback the team has had since Brees, and has the tools around him to win a wide-open NFC South division potentially. Carr was sharp in the preseason opener, going 6 of 8 for 70 yards and a touchdown. New Orleans even utilized wide receiver Michael Thomas, returning from injury, and tight end Jimmy Graham, returning to the Saints after signing this offseason. Even the second-team offense looked sharp in the opener, with backup quarterback Jameis Winston leading the team to a score in the 26-24 win over the Chiefs. New Orleans went 7-10 last season after injuries, and poor play plagued at quarterback plagued the offense. As noted, Thomas returns at wide receiver this season and will be joined by many other weapons. Starting running back Alvin Kamara will be suspended for the first 3 games, but the Saints made sure to add depth to support the position. Jamal Williams was brought in, and the team drafted Kender Miller as well. Carr will have Thomas to throw to, along with wide receiver Chris Olave, the leading receiver in 2022, and 2 quality tight ends in Graham and Juwan Johnson. And, as always, quarterback running back tight end Taysom Hill will be around to create mismatches at various positions. Defensively, the Saints added safety Jonathan Abram, defensive tackles Colin Saunders and Nathan Shepard, and cornerback Lonnie Johnson Jr. to a defense that was already rather solid in 2022. The team resigned defensive end Cameron Jordan, and middle linebacker Demario Davis returns to quarterback the defense. New Orleans head coach Dennis Allen was not afraid to utilize plenty of starters in the first preseason game, and I would expect more of the same this Sunday night as well. Carr will likely see a minimum of 3 offensive series in this game in what will likely be his final appearance of the preseason. Wide receiver Thomas should get more reps, and tight end Graham will likely get more looks to see what the veteran has left in the tank. Don't discount how much playing time Kamara gets as well. With a suspension looming, the Saints will likely want him as sharp as possible before he has to step away from all team activities to start the season. The Los Angeles Chargers come into the 2023 season full of optimism following a playoff appearance in 2022 and the hope of good health for their defensive unit in 2023. The Chargers have their quarterback of the present and future in Justin Herbert, plenty of offensive weapons at their disposal, and a defensive unit, when healthy, that can be one of the best in the NFL. Head coach Brandon Staley also has a new offensive coordinator this season in former Dallas offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Moore will be tasked with furthering the development of Herbert and utilizing all the team's weapons this year in the hopes of dethroning the Kansas City Chiefs in the American Football Conference West Division. Staley has decided to sit the majority of his starters this preseason with a veteran team that knows how to prepare for the season through practice. Thus, the likes of Herbert, running back Austin Eckler, and wide receivers Keenan Allen and Mike Williams will see little to no time on the field during the preseason. The same can likely be said for defensive veterans defensive end Joey Bosa, edge Khalil Mack, and cornerbacks J.C. Jackson and Asante Samuel Jr., who are both returning from injury this season. Thus, the production on the field on both sides of the ball will likely look much different during the preseason than it will during the regular season. One player that will see some time is electric rookie wide receiver Quentin Johnston. The first-round draft pick was brought on to give the Chargers some youth to an aging wide receiver group, and and could become the team's new deep threat this season. The Chargers won 10 games last season and brought back nearly all the major players from last year's team. The one major addition this offseason was the signing of linebacker Eric Kendricks from the Vikings. After 7 straight seasons of 100 tackles or more, Kendricks slipped to 92 last year after missing 3 games due to injury. His job will be to restore order to a Chargers run defense that was ranked just 25th in the NFL last season. Kendricks' presence along with Bosa, Mack, and safety Derwin James gives the Chargers a chance to have one of the best defensive units in football. 2 opposing coaching strategies when it comes to preseason football will come into play on Sunday night. Saints head coach Allen has already shown a commitment to getting reps for some of his starters in the preseason, and that trend should continue in this matchup. Carr looked sharp in the opener and led the Saints down the field on a scoring drive in his limited action. Backup quarterback Jameson should also see a good amount of time here, and the former starter should perform well against what should be second and third team defensive players for the Chargers. After suffering through a season full of injuries in 2022, Staley has decided to take a more conservative approach this preseason. It is doubtful that Herbert will play more than a series or 2 in this game after sitting out the entire first preseason game. On the defensive side of the ball, the Chargers are loaded with veterans that Staley will be best served to rest until the games count. With that in mind, I like the Saints to put up a decent number against the Chargers' second and third stringers on defense, particularly the Saints' passing game. New Orleans is coming off a gritty win in Week 1, where the defense remained steadfast when the game looked out of reach. Winston tossed well and will likely share the snaps with Hirner. Even if Hirner does the lion's share of the play calling, he tossed for over 100 yards and a touchdown when he faced the Chiefs. Los Angeles has been a pass-first offense, but the Saints have defended the pass much better than the ground attack. With the Chargers struggling to move the ball on 3rd down in Week 1 and the Saints showing their vigor, look for New Orleans to take care of business on the road. So the New Orleans Saints to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Former Georgia quarterback Stetson Bennett played extremely well in the opener, throwing for nearly 200 yards and a touchdown. I don't expect that level of performance in this game against a more seasoned defense like the Saints, but I do think he and his backup Brett Rypien can put some points on the board after laying 34 on the Rams last week. The Saints should definitely find success against a Chargers defense that will likely be resting many of their key personnel, particularly in the secondary. If Week 1 of the preseason was any indication on how the Chargers will play, they'll have no problem looking to air the ball out. Stick threw well in Game 1, completing 67% of his passes. Duggan showed his ability to scramble under pressure as well, moving the sticks on a long 19-yard gain. We saw the Saints' ability to put points up in the first half of their first contest, and their split backfield offers pass-catching ability to boot. This one could turn out to be a bit of a shootout, with the Chargers implementing Moore's new offense and the Saints giving significant playing time to both Carr and the first-team offense. I know it's the preseason, but these are 2 teams that were electrifying offensively in their respective preseason debuts, and I honestly believe that we could see more fireworks here. Defense isn't really the MO of either of these teams to begin with, and I think we get points in bunches here. There won't be a whole lot defense played by either team, and this game is going to go past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.